Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The first thing I noticed wasn't the dress. It was the perfume, sickly sweet, too heavy for her usual taste. The kind you wear to be noticed. Then I saw the hemline. Short, black, silk that clung to her skin like it had been poured there. You're wearing that out? I asked, trying to sound casual. Lena froze halfway through applying her lipstick. Her reflection in the mirror caught mine, a flicker of defiance behind her soft smile. It's just dinner with the girls, Ryan, she said, voice light but eyes sharp. I forced a chuckle. You mean the same girls who were supposedly out of town last weekend? Her hand hesitated, the lipstick smudging slightly before she caught herself. What are you implying? She asked, tone dropping an octave. I didn't answer. The silence did. The apartment felt smaller than usual, walls pressing in, air too thick. The faint hum of the refrigerator filled the gaps where laughter used to live. She grabbed her clutch, slid her phone inside, and reached for her keys. You don't trust me anymore, do you? She said quietly. I wanted to say I did. I wanted to believe it. But the way her voice trembled at the edge of guilt, the way she avoided eye contact, it all screamed otherwise. Have fun, I said instead, each word heavy, deliberate. The door clicked shut, and the silence that followed was unbearable. I sat on the couch, staring at her half-empty wine glass. Her lipstick smudge on the rim looked like a secret I wasn't meant to find. We'd been together for 6 years, married for 2. We'd survived layoffs, a miscarriage, her mother's cancer. We'd promised forever, raw and imperfect, but real. Until 3 months ago when she started staying late at work. First, I believed her. Who wouldn't believe someone they love? But lies have a rhythm. They sound rehearsed, too smooth. Hers had started to dance in that rhythm. I opened my phone and scrolled through our shared location app. She'd turned hers off last week, claiming her phone was glitching. Tonight, though, I wasn't going to sit still. Rain began to fall as I drove. The city glowed under neon lights, puddles reflecting streaks of red and blue. I remembered how she once said she loved the rain. It made her feel invisible. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. I didn't have a destination, just instinct. An instinct led me downtown, to a bar we'd once called Our Place, the kind of spot where you'd find half-empty promises and too many secrets. Her car was there, parked in the back, under the flickering street lamp. Inside, the smell of beer, perfume, and regret filled the air. A slow song hummed from the speakers. Say something. I scanned the room, and then I saw her, not with her friends. She was at a corner booth, leaning close to a man I'd never seen before. His hand brushed her knee, and she didn't flinch. She smiled, the same smile she used to save for me. I felt something collapse inside me. Not rage, not heartbreak, just a hollow silence that swallowed sound. I could have stormed over, yelled, made a scene, but I didn't. I stood in the shadow of the doorway, watching my wife laugh like a stranger. And then she kissed him, a soft, knowing kiss. Familiar, practiced. I walked out before she saw me. The rain hit harder now, soaking through my jacket as I stumbled toward my car. My breath came in short, uneven gasps. I wanted to scream, to break something, to erase what I'd just seen. But betrayal doesn't burn instantly. It freezes first. I drove home on autopilot, headlights blurring through my tears. When she returned 3 hours later, her hair was damp, cheeks flushed. Hey, she said softly. You're still up. I stared at her. She looked almost innocent. Almost. How was dinner? I asked, my voice eerily calm. She hesitated, then smiled weakly. It was good. The girls needed to vent about work stuff. I nodded slowly. Work stuff, right? She froze. What does that mean? I took a deep breath. It means I saw you, Lena, at the bar. With him. Her face went pale, like the life drained out of her in real time. The clutch slipped from her fingers, scattering her lipstick, phone, and keys across the floor. Ryan, she whispered, voice cracking. Don't, I said sharply. Don't say you can explain. Don't insult me like that. She covered her mouth, tears spilling instantly. "It's not what you think," she choked out. I laughed, bitter, broken. "So what is it, then? An illusion? A misunderstanding where your lips just accidentally found his?" She shook her head violently, stepping closer. "I made a mistake, okay? It wasn't supposed to happen. It just did." The worst part wasn't her words. It was the way she looked at me while saying them, like she still believed I might forgive her. We sat in silence for a long time. The clock ticked between us, cruel and constant. Finally, she whispered, "He was someone from work. It started after we fought about the baby. I was lonely. You shut down, Ryan. You stopped talking to me. I just wanted to feel seen again." Her voice broke, and she began to sob. I stared at her, torn between fury and grief, because part of me understood. That was the worst part. I understood. I had shut down after the miscarriage. I'd buried myself in silence, afraid to say the wrong thing. Maybe she'd been screaming for attention in ways I never heard. But betrayal doesn't become justified by understanding. It just becomes more tragic. "I would have forgiven the loneliness," I said quietly. "But not this." Her tears came harder. "Please don't give up on us. We can fix it." I stood, my voice shaking. "You didn't just break trust, Lena. You broke the version of me that believed in us." She reached for me and I stepped back. Her hands fell to her sides, trembling. "Where will you go?" she asked, barely audible. I looked around the apartment, the photos, the couch, the walls that held too many memories, and felt a sudden clarity. "I don't know," I said, "but somewhere I don't have to wonder who you're laughing with." As I packed that night, she sat on the bed, crying softly. No shouting, no begging, just quiet grief. When I closed the suitcase, she whispered, "I still love you." I looked at her one last time. "Then why did you destroy the one thing love needs to survive?" Her answer never came. I walked out into the rain, the same rain she once said made her feel invisible. For the first time, I understood. Tonight, she wasn't invisible. She was gone.